So there was a crazy piece of testimony that went down when OTF Jam was on the stand, and Durk's crew basically threw a giant tantrum and tried to call a mistrial. The judge wasn't going for it, but it was pretty crazy, and the details are actually nuts. So obviously, when Jam was in jail, he didn't really know Durk like that. He knew him from back in the day from around Lamron. He confirmed that, OTF, Lamron 300, it was all a bunch of gang stuff, and that Durk was involved in it. That was his opinion. I'm going to break that down more in another video. But basically, he said that, Durk started putting money on his books in jail. When he came out, he started showing love. He basically bought him a bunch of clothes. He had his guy that worked with him, Jason, damn near buy him a whole new wardrobe. But what was very interesting was that he started traveling with Durk. He went out to Detroit with Durk. He went out to Miami with Durk. And apparently, this is crazy, okay? When he was in Miami with Lil Durk, they ended up bumping into Tory Lanez and his crew. Now, apparently, Jam saw one of Tory Lanez's artists that he had, I guess, signed to his label with like a really nice set of chains. He had some nice kit on him. Apparently, after they all linked up, Jam took Durk to one side and basically said to him, hey, look, I'm going to start robbing these guys. And this is exactly what King Von said he was going to do when he got out of jail and Durk started bringing him around as well. Obviously, Von started rapping and went to the top and then lost his life. But Jam basically said, look, I'm actually just going to start robbing these guys for you. And this was after Von died. And you know what Durk said in response? He didn't say, hey, don't make the block hot. He didn't say, hey, calm it down. Tory's my mans, don't rob his artists. You know what Durk allegedly said to Jam? He said, that's the jam I've been waiting on, bro. He must have probably been thinking, that's exactly what King Von said to me when I started bringing him around all of these people. It was crazy. So apparently, every time that Jam linked up with Lil Durk, OTF Vonnie pulled up and gave him guns. And basically, they said that they were constantly passing Jam guns. And the purpose of that, literally, Jam said, because they knew I was finna use them. They knew that I was the guy that was going to let it blow if it came to it. So they constantly kept Jam around. Durk always had Jam traveling with him numerous times, numerous states all over the place. And basically, Vonnie was sliding in pipes and basically saying, yeah, like hey, Jam's the one that's going to get busy. Now, there was a bunch of little hushed sidebar meetings privately between the judge and the various lawyers. And we eventually found out at the very end of the day that Durk's counsel were calling for an entire mistrial, saying that this was a mischaracterization. Their Tory Lanez comment, they made it sound like Durk was encouraging him to rob people. And the judge basically was like, look, I'm going to deny the motion for a mistrial. Let's be serious about this. He was like, I looked over the transcript. It doesn't sound like he's quite doing that, but I did think maybe it was inappropriate. I've asked the jury to disregard that piece of evidence, but like, mistrial over that? Are you crazy? And the judge pretty much said, look, I didn't even know who Tory Lanez was, all right? But then people are telling me afterwards, he's a big name. It could cause the jury to be impartial. They might know a little bit about Tory. So that was kind of the back and forth with that. They were thinking they got off a little slick mistrial, but it didn't go anywhere. But yeah, that's how Jam was apparently moving. He was on that timing.